going on, guys? It's me, Troi, and I got like an odd angle here. Hopefully, I tried to dust a little bit, so hopefully y'all won't see any dust here, but I like the lighting coming out of this window. So I'm making this video because I'm super enthusiastically excited about what I'm going to be sharing here today, and that is the first book in the re-released Japanese to English translated version of the definitive Sailor Moon Eternal manga series reissued. So many words I can put in there. Of course, I get tongue-tied, but I'm super excited about this. Y'all who watch my channel know that I absolutely love Sailor Moon. Listen to me when I say this. Sailor Moon is my life. I first watched Sailor Moon. I first came into contact with Sailor Moon when I was in Kmart, and this was when in 1995 I was 12, and there in the jewelry section there was like these rings, right? I don't know if I told this story before about how I connected with Sailor Moon, but there was these rings, and the rings had each of the Sailor Moon characters on them. And at the time, I remember I was a kid, a 12-year-old kid. That's not really a kid, but a preteen. And I was like, who are these characters? Like, who are these cute girls? Like, there's 5 girls. Each one ring was pink, one was yellow, one was blue. And it was just like, who are these? You know, hey, I grew up watching Jem and the Hologram, so Sailor Moon was right up my alley, okay? But I love Sailor Moon. So, and then it took that same year. I didn't know really anything about it. I didn't even know it was a show until it was a Sunday morning. Me and my cousin, we were about to go to Sunday school, catch the bus to Sunday school. And we was watching cartoons, eating our breakfast, cereal of course. And there was an advertisement saying, coming up next is Sailor Moon, this, and I remember grabbing my cousin and shaking him like, is this for real? Like, is this really about to happen? Are they really about to show this show? Because, like, I just remember seeing those rings, seeing Sailor Moon and her iconic Odangos, buns and the pigtails, and I was like, wow, like, I'm finna see what this is about. And then it showed that one episode, and I don't think I ever caught it again until 2 years later in 1997. I started volunteering. It was like right after 8th grade for me, and I started doing volunteer work at my public library. So I would have to get up early in the morning, and somehow I caught a commercial advertising that Sailor Moon was now about to start airing episode 1 to whatever on the USA Network. I said, what? Hello? So you mean to tell me after 2 years from watching that first snipped episode, I can finally watch the series every day? So, of course, consistently I was waking up sometimes I was not waking up early enough, but I taped it. I had my tape recorder on. And it's just the fact. I just love Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon's been a part of my life since I was 12-year-old. I freely say that Sailor Moon gave me all of my dreams. You know, and what I mean by dreams is, you know, being a kid, you know, dreaming of what the things you want to do, you know, fueling your imagination and just all kinds of stuff. I mean, we can get really deep into that, but yes, Sailor Moon fan for life. And you know, it's so funny because people in high school, like if they find me on Facebook or I run into them, they will ask me. They was like, I wanted to ask you, do you still love Sailor Moon? I'm like, bitch, yes, I do. Sailor Moon is not going anywhere. I lax off sometimes because I usually watch the series year-round. And right now I'm on Sailor Stars, and because it's in Japanese, it takes me a little longer to watch it because I have to be in the mood to want to read the subtitles. But I'm done. I could make a whole video on this subject, but I just want to share that these are out. Look at how big it is. This is the Sailor Moon. Hold on. This is the Sailor Moon Eternal Edition 1. Huge book. It has the dust jacket. Sometimes they have like posters in them, but I don't know if the Eternal Editions are going to have posters. But it has the dust jacket, but it's actually glued to the spine. Of course, it's Japanese, so you're reading from right to left, right? So it's not in Japanese, but it's still formatted as such. And then, of course, the colorful pictures and the glossy pages. So, just to rewind, I want to compare the original Japanese manga. Here's the original one on the back. This does have a dust jacket and everything. And look at the pages. pages are yellow. So that's like the biggest thing with me that I'm happy about as it concerns this edition, is that the paper quality is amazing. Okay, like this is not no made out of maple syrup trees. Okay, I mean this is, but the Eternal one isn't. But yeah, that's the original. As you can see, I have been having this for years, and it's all old and crusty, but still in good shape though. It's just the yellowing of the pages kind of drive me crazy. And then I have the mixed edition. Yeah, this was the first attempt at translating the Sailor Moon manga into English, and I used to read this book over and over and over and over and over again. That if you look, you probably can't see, but on the spine, see how dirty it is? Because I used to read this mug all the time. I used to just read it and read it and read it and read it. And of course, I love to draw, and Sailor Moon was, Naoko Takeuchi's artwork was my biggest inspiration. We all know that. But yeah, I'm so glad I still got this. I would never give this away. But actually, the paper here is actually pretty nice. Like it's not yellow at all. Like not at all. They really did print this on some nice paper, except for my dirty smudge print. But I used to read this book so many times. I got so many memories of summers just reading this book over and over. And it used to drive me crazy because back then either you had dial-up or you didn't have internet at all. So I would have to try to go to different places, like go into the library at school to go online to see when the next one was released. And literally I had to write this company, to tell them how much I love these books and everything, that I was grateful that they translated these into English at that time. People like to complain about, oh, it's not accurate and all this stuff. Who gives a crap? Like, I get tired of those Sailor Moon snobs. Like, I just love the fact that it's here, And then the 20th anniversary edition that came out in 2012, I have the copy of this one, which this is really beautiful, but it's yellow too. It's all yellow, especially around the edges here. But these were released in Japan as well, and then of course they were translated to English, and they came here in 2012 around this, actually in September. But yeah, it's so yellow. I don't like the yellow. That's like my biggest complaint, and that's why I'm super happy about this one, because there is no yellowing. Okay, there's no yellowing, and it's not going to freaking happen, because this is top quality paper. But anyway, this is something that I'm super enthusiastic about. The next one comes out in November, and this did cost me, they run, I think, from a list price, let me see, $27.99, but I only paid like $18 for this. And here's the catch: my local Barnes & Noble had a copy of this book. They had it online for the list price, but they're so weird. So it's like, if you go and order the books online, if you are a Barnes & Noble's member and you go and order the books online, then you get the online price, which of course is cheaper than what's in store. But if you go in store, you get the list price that's inside the store. Now, I don't know about your Barnes & Nobles, but I got two in my area. One allowed me to price match what was online from a different book, and another one did not. But anyway, it does not matter, because I would pay $40 for these mugs, okay? So that is just what it is. But I'm super excited about this. They're big, they're beautiful, and I want to say also that they contain the next chapter. And what I mean by that is because when it comes to these, the original ones, they one of these is backwards. When it comes to the original ones, they only contain the first 5 chapters in the series, I want to say. Let me double check that. I don't want to be wrong. The first 6 chapters. Yeah, they contain the first 6 chapters. And but with this one, you get 7 chapters. And I want to double check that as well. I'm correct. I was like, I better be correct. But in this one, in the definitive edition, you get 7 chapters. So unfortunately, Sailor Venus is not going to show up in this one. So, and that used to drive me crazy when I used to read this one as a kid, because it's like I got to the last part and it's like, man, I gotta wait for the next book for Sailor Venus to come in. But I got that book already too. But yeah, it only contains the first 7 chapters. It contains the first 7 chapters. So that's really exciting to me. And I'm just like, I'm pumped. I don't even necessarily want to read it. Well, I'm just a fan. Like, I don't even necessarily want to read it. I just want to make sure that I have it. But that's all I want to share with you guys today for all you Sailor Moon fans. Go get these freaking books. They are amazing. The reason I don't want to read it because I don't want to put my oily prints on the actual pages. But anyway, beautiful stuff, man. Oh, I love her work. I love it, love it, love it. It's timeless. And I was laughing because I remember reading that she got criticism for her drawing because she very over expressive and but I think people need to realize that Naoko Takeuchi, her kind of ram when it comes to drawing is based off of like models, just models in general. But anyway, that is it. I had to share that. I will leave a link to my Amazon affiliate link to this book down below, as well as this one as well. And that'll be in support of my channel for all you Sailor Moon fans. But anyway, super exciting stuff. Go get these books, okay? If you got a job, girl, work an extra shift if you need to pay for that book, but go get them. It's so worth it. Cannot wait. See y'all later. Bye.